Well, aren't I lucky?
Hello, everyone. This is Mark. As usual, we're visiting today with Donna Bingelman, who thankfully is a frequent friend on the show. I was just joking with her that a lot of people are requesting her, but I didn't tell her what they were requesting her for. She thinks it's to be on the show. I'm jokingly saying something else. Anyway, we were
Oh,
talking about Ontario. Donna, y'all have, you said 4 to 5 inches now and more coming?
oh yeah, lots more coming today. Yeah,
What do you think?
snow.
Another 4 or 5 inches or what? Snow, of course.
Oh, I think so. I think so. Yeah.
All right.
After
And
this,
does it drift over there or not?
if it's an open field, it'll drift. If it's in town, if it's windy, it'll drift. I'm in town, so it doesn't drift as much, but
Okay.
it does its
Yeah,
thing. Nature does its
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So,
I don't doubt it. My stepmother was from Nebraska, and she used to tell a story about one winter the drifts were so high they were halfway up the telephone poles,
oh
and
yeah,
they had to actually dig a tunnel through the
mhm,
snow to get to the cattle to bring their hay to the cattle.
yeah,
So it does
that.
people on the coast, well, the west coast at least, have no clue how big snow can get. So
Well, this is true. As a child, I think it was back in 1977, 78. We had that humongous snowstorm. And of
oh,
course, it was a school day and school was canceled. And
right.
I got to stay home from school for a few days, which was kind of cool because there was no way I was getting out of the driveway. There's no way for the school bus to get down the road. The
Yeah.
milkman couldn't even in our driveway because we had a snowdrift as tall as the house in the
Oh,
driveway. And
yes.
I had my snow pants, my boots, my coat, my hat, my mitts, my scarf on, and a sled in my hand. And I was outside playing most of the day, even in the snowstorm. And when you grow
Wow.
up on a farm, it's like get out of the house
Yeah.
until right until whatever
Yeah.
time
Oh,
the
yeah.
light post comes on in the driveway. So
Yeah.
I was out of the house until I couldn't stand it no more. But in the wintertime, it's a little bit colder, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so my parents were always like, well, especially in the summertime, it's like get out of the house until the light post comes on in the driveway. If the
Right.
light post comes on and you're not home, then you're in trouble.
Right. No,
And I
I'm as you already know, I'm from Ohio, so I
mhm,
same drill.
yeah,
Same drill over there.
yeah.
What you
Now I
kids
can't
do out
even.
there? Now you grew up in a small town near Ontario or
I grew up in a small town in Ontario. I'm going to say Hagersville because a lot of people know Hagersville Tire Fire from many
okay.
years ago.
All right.
And I grew up near there. I grew up in I went to school in a country elementary school and a
Okay.
country high school. And I went to church and because my dad forced us to go to church and stuff like that.
I thought you were saying because your dad was the pastor or something. Ah,
No,
mm,
no, but when you grow up in a small town, that is your outing out on a Sunday or a Thursday
oh
night.
yeah.
If you go to, we would have youth groups on Thursday night. So
Yeah.
my sister and I, we would go to youth groups from, I think it was from 6 till about 8 o'clock or something like that. And
Okay.
then after youth group was from 6 till about 7, and then 7 till about 8, it was choir practice. So
Okay.
youth group. then I'd go to choir practice and I would sing in the choir, practice,
Okay.
you know,
Very good.
get my throat all warmed up and everything like that. And yes, I sang in the choir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very beautiful.
I sang in the choir, and I think I'm an alto. I think I'm not too
Yeah,
sure, but
I don't know anything about music. I can tell you. I know who I like, but I've never
yeah,
I've never sung, and I can't sing, and I don't know anything about music. But I've heard there's different types of voices. Let me put it that way.
yeah, there is,
So,
and
yeah.
I can actually carry a tune till this day, but not as high as I used to be able to go because I had my tonsils out at 15, and
Okay.
don't reach those high tones anymore, which I used to before I had them out. And
All right.
I used to sing pretty good when I was in school.
Oh, good. Well, a
So,
couple things I want to mention here that seem unrelated to the current conversation. I do want this to be a show, and I want you to know when you see this video, at least in the taping, your image is freezing a little bit once in a while.
oh,
So just,
I've got
honey,
that.
there's no way around it. It just let it be there. I have a theory about taping and television. I want it to be as raw and unfiltered as possible because I think people pay more attention.
Mm,
And I could be wrong, but that every producer has a theory, and that's mine. So yeah, tell
well,
people just go ahead.
it's probably my internet service on my laptop. It's very, very slow.
Yeah, there a lot of them are slow in the. I've heard that well, you're not in the United States, but I've heard that in the U.S. we have one of the slowest internet speeds in the world. So anyway, let's at least mention people are getting to know you as a person too, and how compassionate you are, and how supportive of others. Let's briefly mention Legal Shield, just so that people know your work and that there's a business opportunity for them there. And you want me to? I could probably do the whole thing myself. which by the way reminds me, I want you to know this. I started about 3 months ago learning about AI video, and I now know how to
Right.
produce a short AI video for my friends, clients, customers, and ne'er do wells. So I made a couple of samples, and
Wonderful.
if you or me want to write a sentence, usually it's a short one is better, 30 seconds a minute. So if we wanted to
Hmm.
write like one or two sentences, I would probably put it in video. That's kind of one of my favorite text to video ones. You would come out with a video, and then I could send it to you, and just you could see if you liked it or not. We can always
Sounds
do
like a
that too.
plan.
So you want me to
Wonderful.
write it? You want to write it? Uh, why don't
Give
we
me
do
a
this?
minute
I'll
and I'll
give it
write
a
it.
shot. I'll send it to you. You'll look at it and go, "Oh no, this isn't any good," and then you'll write it. That's what I've learned about asking clients to write something. They don't write anything unless I send them something, and then they decide whatever I
Uh,
wrote it was complete crap, and they'll go write it themselves, but not until they see the god awful thing that I wrote for them. So, oh my God.
uh,
Anyway,
you can send me, you can send me something and then I'll look at it and I'll have an idea what to say and what to do.
yeah, well,
So,
you know how to word this stuff about the family plan and the ID shield and all that
mhm.
probably more succinctly than I do. So,
Well, I've had probably about 5.5 years of practice.
I guess you never said how big your group is. Is that proprietary information or? How big is your team over at Legal Shield?
My team is growing every month. I have two new associates coming on this month. And
Okay.
it's not the size of my team that I'm concerned about. It's the
Okay.
value that I'm giving the value I'm giving as a leader to my
Okay.
new associates that come on. It's the value that I
Oh,
give, and it's the information um, and the training that I offer them. So
okay.
we have a lot of team training, a lot of group training, and a lot of training in our back office that is given to us for free that we can watch over and over and over and over again. And it just keeps us refreshed, up to date.
Okay.
And we have some fabulous trainers that train us. And I'd just like to mention that convention is coming up in April this
Is
year.
that an international convention or?
International convention, yes, and it's in Baltimore, Maryland this year.
In the United States?
And
Oh, geez.
it's
Okay.
so it they're going to try and come to Canada somewhere, I think, in the next couple of years. So that would be awesome if they come to like Toronto or Vancouver or something like that, especially if they come to
Yeah.
Vancouver. I would have a
Yeah.
reason to go to the West Coast. Like,
So,
yeah, send me to West Coast. I don't mind.
wow, nice. Yeah,
I,
I think it's a good program and people
uh-huh,
get a lot of value. There's ongoing training. How long do you think it
uh-huh.
takes someone from the time they join to the time they're really ready to represent Legal Shield and ID Shield?
Less than 2 weeks.
Really? Okay. So there
Yeah.
must be like a
So
fast start school or something.
there is a fast start training class that we want them to have within the first 20 days so that they can get their
Okay.
bonuses within the first 20 and 45 days.
All
And
right.
that's how we encourage them. A lot of people, when they come on as an associate,
Okay.
they get started, and we have third three-way calls all the time. We have third tools that we use to send out, and we get them to see a video, get to on a call with someone that can explain the services, send them out another video if they need one, or get them to a Super Saturday in their state or province that's close by to them on a Super Saturday, a
Okay.
Super Sunday, an
That's an
evening
in-person
event.
event or is that virtual, that Super Saturday?
No, those Super Saturdays are generally in person now, and Legal Shield
Okay.
is back to being in person. So they
All
want us to
right.
meet our people in person, and do what you need to do. Have a PBR, which is a private broadcasting review in your house, so that we can do it in-house. We do a presentation up on a screen or the TV, laptop or whatever that we do. You invite your friends and family over and whoever may be interested in becoming or learning more about what we have
Yeah.
to offer
Easy
as
one. Yeah.
people. And it's
Yeah.
kind of amazing because that's how people learn about our services. We're word of mouth, and
Yeah.
we love to entertain. We like to keep people on their toes and tell we Tories stories sell stories sell, facts tell. So we tell a lot of
Right.
stories
Right.
about our customers, our associates have used the service and how it has helped them, whether it be our legal plan, our identity theft protection, our small business plans, our trial and
Right.
defense, um, ride share program that we had for those who use their vehicle as a
As a ride
tool.
share tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
To earn money,
So
earn
it's
extra
like,
money.
yeah, like Uber Eats and all of those
Yeah.
things that you
Yeah.
deliver stuff for. So all of
Very
those,
cool.
and it's a service that's well deserved and should be used on a frequent basis. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
saying?
and it's
You can
well
use it.
regarded around the I guess you got right. Temporarily, you guys are only in the U.S. and Canada, but I think they're going to
Mhm.
do other countries at some point.
At
So
some point, I think
yeah, I
there
think
is
so too. I think
something
it's
similar out there, but we in Canada and US have the conglomerate of what we have, and
yeah,
when people start realizing that we have a great service and great
yeah,
law firms in each state and province, that they'll start using the service that they have as well, and use that app, tap that app, use the services, and get their wills done. Because there's nothing better than having your will prepared. And if anything were to happen to you, you have that will there. It's ready to go. It's signed. It's written by a professional law firm and the lawyers there. It's written by someone who knows what they're doing to prepare that will and
right,
have it notarized by that lawyer. And when and if anything ever shall happen to you, your children, your stuff is all taken care of the right way, so that your children or grandchildren do not end up in the hands of someone who have them.
right,
So let me just say this. One of our members, he's down in Florida. He came to Canada a few weeks ago to train us. Him and one other gentleman came up from Florida to train us in our Ontario market. And well, Florida is warm. They come
right.
up here in the middle of the winter. they're they're cold.
Oh my God.
They're not used to it. Not used to it because it's their first time in Canada, first time
Oh
in
God.
Ontario. And one of them told us a very heart-wrenching story. The mother to his children has died under the age of 40. And
Oh
they
my
said that
God.
they were going to get their wills done. They kept
Oh
procrastinating and
no,
putting it
no,
off.
no, I hate these stories.
And she has now passed. And the one child is now with the grandparents that are drug addicts, because
Yeah,
there was no
because they
in
didn't
place
do the
for the
will.
child to
Yeah,
get that
no,
play for provisions for that child. And that child is now in a situation where that child doesn't want to be and is not happy. So let's protect our children. Let's protect
yeah,
what is
God,
important
yes.
to us. Get those
Yeah,
wills done, people. Get them
yeah,
done and
yeah,
have them done properly. Get them signed, sealed, and delivered. All
yeah,
right. And you know where they are, and you tell someone that so that they know where it is, or give them a copy of it so that they can hang on to it and say, hey, if something ever happens to me, here's my will.
right, right, right.
I have another
Exactly.
copy here. I have another copy here. My law firm is so and so. They've done my will for me. So if you need anything, they have things prepared for me there as well. So if you can't find my will, or whatever things
Yeah,
happen, a fire happens in the
exactly.
house or something, this law firm has my will.
Right.
They know what I want. They know my provisions. Medical power of attorney, they have it in case it gets lost. They have a copy of it.
Okay.
Please get your wills done. Like I'm getting mine done. I'm getting mine revised. I'm doing
Oh
mine.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Get it done. It's
Hmm.
included. It's included in your legal plan.
Yes, and
Every single.
that's what I was going to say. And when you get it done privately, which I did have done about, I think, during the Lincoln administration, it's like hundreds
Mm,
and hundreds of dollars. If you get it done on Legal Shield, it's part of your
subscription.
monthly plan, which is how much for a
Yeah.
family? What is it again for a
Uh,
family?
in Canada, 5 provinces in Canada, the preferred plan is $46 a month. In the US, for the same preferred plan, it's $37.95.
Okay, so for that, for that little bit of money, because
Yeah.
this life we're in. I mean, I'm going to get on my soapbox a little bit, but for this life we're in now, that is so chaotic, that has so many blankety blank problems, and stuff is blowing up and burning down, and people are getting shot every day, every hour. You need an attorney on your side, not one that's going to cost you $20,000. And, for
Well,
$50 a month or less, you can have an attorney right there on your phone, right at a phone call or right on your app. And I
right
mean,
on, yeah, an app on your phone. So if life happens anywhere in your day, whether you're at
yeah,
home or at work or out with your
could be
friends
anything. Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
traveling, if anything shall happen to you, you can tap that app, set up a consultation, send in all the documentation, a little brief description of what's going on, a date and time for them to call you back, and
Right.
you press send and it's gone. The next
Yeah,
day, depending on if it's Saturday or Sunday, if it's a Saturday or Sunday, they'll call you on Monday and
yeah,
they will talk to you. They will give you the right lawyer to give you the right advice on that topic. So if it's civil, criminal, family law, landlord and tenant, the neighbors caused you issues, so you'll have the right lawyer for that.
yeah,
The tree, there's a bad storm or something and the tree fell down on your property and it's from the neighbor's side and the neighbor is like
yeah,
up all
yeah,
up
yeah,
and arms upset
yeah,
and this and that. Well, the
yeah,
wind knocked it over. I didn't, but that's
yeah,
okay. The wind knocked it over. Well, let's deal
yeah,
with this civilly, if happily. Let's just take responsibility for the tree. It's the act of God. Let's just deal
yeah.
with it nicely. We don't have to get up in arms.
You're
Act of
talking to
God,
Americans, right? I don't think
you know,
Americans are known anymore for doing anything nicely, but so
but I'm just saying, but
yeah, no, we're gonna have to wrap. You want to do another show today, or you're not up for it?
no,
Because
not
I
today.
would.
I'm
All right, but next time maybe if either one of us can remember, I think it would be fun to list, like you started to do here at the end, list all the friggin' tragedies that could befall people if they don't have legal shield, ID shield, family shield, business shield, you know. And besides that, it can be a business opportunity. So we're way out of time. I think we even ran over, but folks, we love you all very much. I would ask you to please give us your contact information again, Donna. I think we need to have you verbalize it at least once. What is your preferred
oh,
contact information for the public?
so it's Donna Bingelman, Bingelman, and my number is 905-435-6538. You can text or call me on that. And there's also my email address. It's Donna, Donna, M as in Mary, B as in boy, A as in apple, .business@gmail.com. And you can
All right,
contact me
folks.
those 2 ways.
You heard it. Talk to you soon. Y'all know I
He
always
said,
turn my head in order to get because it takes me a while to figure out how to turn off the machine. We love you guys. Take care.